Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I am just going to have a little chat with you for about 30-40 seconds, if that's okay, while we wait for everyone to hop on, because I know that you guys are going to be getting your notifications going ping, 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 and you are all going to be starting to click them and come join me. So guys, what have you been up to today? For me, I have been working furiously in the background on a load of new things that are coming out, and you guys are going to love them. But today, most importantly, we are talking about offers. Now, guys, I need you to remember when we're talking about offers and we're talking about everything to do with your homework, guys, do not DM me your homework. Do not email me your homework. Put it on the homework thread. Otherwise, you won't be eligible to claim the prize because I've got to keep it fair for everybody. So guys, do make sure that you are putting all of your homework over on the homework thread. Now, most importantly, let's start talking about offers. Have you guys got your workbooks ready? Who's here? Guys, put some comments in because I can see people coming up and loading up from all the different locations we're streaming to. And I can't see who's here yet. So pop your name in the comments. Let me know who's here just so I can give you a big shout out and a hey. So what we're going to be talking about, like I say, is offers today. So we talked yesterday about the asset audit, where we start thinking about what we have that we can utilize. Now we're talking about offers. And then we're going to be talking about, most importantly, the next stage of that, which is traffic, which we're doing tomorrow, which is a do not miss. Do not miss it. In fact, guys, I strongly recommend that you invite your friends to come and join in for that live training tomorrow because it's going to be critical. Okay, it's going to be so important because traffic is the one thing that everybody, turn the volume down for the kids, fucks up. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get started and get this show on the road, shall we? So we'll start off and we'll dive in first of all with your workbook. Now, if you've got your workbook to hand, you will note that we're on to day 3. Oh, day 3, how do we get there already? And you're going to have a couple of things to fill in. So the first thing you need to understand about offers is that not every offer is made equal. Okay, number 1 now is made equal. Because when planning which offers we want to use, we need to decide, first of all, if we want fast cash or consistent income. Now, guys, give me a 1 if you want fast cash. Give me a 2 in the comments if you want consistent income. Tell me what it is that you guys want out of today so I can tailor the examples that I'm giving you to what the majority of people need. Okay, pop that in for me. Let's have a little look. I'm going to come check the comments in just a second once we've gone through the workbook. So I'm going to give you time to put the keyboard and press that whole button. Okay, so when we use the fast cash option, our offers don't need to be 100% aligned with our long-term business goals. First of all, I need you to understand that because like we said yesterday, you will have your value ladder. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, you spent ages planning it. But when we want fast cash, we park that to one side. We don't focus on that. We are focusing on things that are going to sell, they're going to hit the audience. Like I say, they may not be 100% aligned. And the reason for that is because your value ladder is your business roadmap. It's what you're building for, as well as the experience that you want your people to have. So you may not have the assets built in that way. If you do, you may not have the audience that's ready for everything in your value ladder. So that's why we're saying it's not 100% aligned. So when we want to achieve consistency, which is the other side of the coin, I'm going to come check in a minute if people put in a 1 for fast cash or a 2 for consistent income. When we want to achieve consistency, we need to do a couple of things. First of all, we need to give and create a mix of offers that are put out on a planned timeline. We call them a 90-day horizon because you can plan a whole year, but with 90 days, you kind of can see up to that point and then you can't really see much further because let's face it, as much as we can sit into our 12-month plan for next year, we're going to move things around, things will end up getting jigged and you end up rejigging everything. So a 90-day horizon is the thing that we focus on if we want to create consistent income. We're going to talk about that much more in the bonus training sessions that are happening over the weekend. But I wanted to go through this with you guys now because I think I'm going to predict it. I'm going to do my Mystic Meg, for those of you who remember this, my Mystic Meg moment, where I predict that I think most of you are going to have put a number 1, but let's come check the comments. I got a 2, 2, 1. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we have got more 1s than 2s. Fantastic. Okay, guys, for those of you who are just joining in, because I know that people are still joining, make sure that you, first of all, give the post a like so that it bumps up the automation, the algorithm, so more people can see it. And give me a 1 or a 2 in the comments if you want to create either fast cash, which is why you're taking part, or put a 2 in if you're wanting consistent income. So let's make sure that we have you kind of putting that in the comments. So like we've just talked about there, just do a quick recap. If we want fast cash, then we're not worrying about offers that are 100% aligned with our long-term business goals. If we want consistent income, then we want to have a mix of offers that we're putting out over a 90-day horizon. And consistent offers should be a mix of several things. Okay, if you want consistent cash, I'm going to talk a lot about this today. Bundles, so bundling products together, systems and all services. Okay, that's what we're doing. Systems, that includes courses and programs, because that's, to me, that's part of systems and systemizing, but that's what that you need to be including. The other element that we teach, that nobody else will teach you, is to include in there experience events. Okay, so we launched Experience Event Masterclass yesterday. My God, you guys love that. My gosh, the sales page was going ping, ping, ping. But the most important thing is we can also add to our mix of offers people being able to take part in experience events, our catalyst events. So they are things we can add in as well. There are other things you can sell, and a fantastic way to grow your subscribers by hundreds and thousands relatively fast compared to other forms. So they are our consistent offers we would do to get consistent 5K months or above. Remember that you can use these strategies to go 10, 20, even further beyond that as well. But they need to be planned more on, it's not a case of, what we feel like doing, okay? But it's based on what type of service we have available and what we're wanting to do in our business. What do we need? It's not based on, what do we feel like doing right now? But it can be that way if you set it up properly. If you don't want to sit and teach something, and you think, actually, I only want to teach that once a year, fine. Plan it properly so you have that structure. Okay, if you only want to launch your signature system once a year, and you want to have everybody drooling and knowing they've got to save all the money for the year so that next year when you launch it, they can come back to you, that's fine. But you've got to have a plan for everything in the middle. And this is where people go wrong. So let's just check, see if we've got any more kind of 1s and 2s in the comments. Dusty saying, sorry, I was late. I was on day 2. Fast cash. Absolutely. Who does not love fast cash? Okay. So here's the deal, guys. If we're wanting fast cash, we have to start making offers just to get the sales coming in. First thing, and they're not going to necessarily be aligned with our long-term business plan. They're going to be aligned with, drum roll, they're going to be aligned with the asset that you found you had the most of yesterday. So if you did day 2 yesterday and you did your asset audit, pop in the box for me and pop in the comments what you found was your biggest asset. Did anybody have any surprises? Did anybody kind of go, oh, I didn't know I had that many? I know the first time I did it, I didn't realize how many previous buyers I actually had until I sat down and physically counted their names. And then I went, oh, I forgot about them. Oh, I forgot about them. Because you do, when you finish with a client, and they are kind of doing that recovery phase till they're ready for the next sprint in their business, you kind of forget things are happening. So guys, do pop in the comments, what you're thinking of in terms of your assets and what your biggest assets are, because that's where we're going to align your offer. Now, the first thing is, chances are if you haven't hit 5K months, you're probably still new to the business, or you had just not nailed those offers properly and it's just hitting way out to the left field. And the reason why we might not nail the offers, let's talk about that first. The reason why we might not is because if you are making all your offers to new leads, but you're not driving new people onto your list, so all your offers, the actual people that are buying or ready to buy again are previous buyers, and you're offering the same thing again, and you're leaving your previous buyers just over here in the cold, hang on a minute, the offer's not going to land because the previous buyers are the biggest opportunity. And if we're talking about making fast cash, we want to be able to execute and use our previous buyers. They are the people we want to kind of reach out to. So we need to think about the offers themselves. Now, for those of you who like to get on calls and you've done this, one quick tip that I must say is I never ever get on a call without having at least 5 options written down of offers I can make to that individual. I read their notes, I go through, and then I plan, these are what my offers could be, so that I have something. So it's not a case of cookie cutter, sales call, you're going to be sold this, you're going to be sold this. No, I always have several offers. And this is the thing that I really want us to dive into now, because the first mistake people make is they start by underpricing themselves. Okay, it's one of the biggest things I always have to do with students and clients is look at pricing. So chances are that you have been taught, because there's a lot of people that teach it and it drives me nuts, guys. Okay, you will probably have been taught, start with something super low ticket, put it out there, test the water, see how it goes, build up slowly, because you have to earn your stripes. No. The reason people say that 9 times out of 10 online is because they're intimidated. Okay, they're intimidated because there's a reason you have come in to start this business. And it's because you have experience in this particular area. Okay, you know what you're doing in this little niche. The problem is that you don't necessarily have the online skills. That's the only difference, okay, compared to the people that are normally doing the training. So you have this knowledge of your niche. So why are you consistently selling it cheap? Because low ticket offers, guys, are not going to get you fast cash. If we're talking hitting 5K, we want to be ideally getting people onto either a 2K offer under 2,000, just under 2,000, like 1,997, because we don't need a sales call for that. In fact, you guys, I haven't offered you sales calls for EEM because you don't need them. I don't need to do them because I'm giving you all this information. So you can offer slightly higher ticket stuff. So when it comes to the offers that you're putting out, I want you to ditch the low ticket mindset, guys. It sucks. You are not going to get there with a $37 product if you need fast cash. Sure, you can create bundles and we can create pocket products and we can run traffic and we can test. That takes time. You have to develop a proven product. You have to scale up your ads. You have to then have ad budget. That is not a fast cash winner. So if you're selling something that is under, at least the $500 mark, at least, then if you want to make fast cash, just stop it now. Okay? If you want to get 5K this week, you need to be thinking high ticket. High ticket, I'm talking for this, anything that's kind of like 2.5 and above, even squeezing down to 2 for you guys. Okay, we'll even bring it down to there. Now, sometimes, like I said, people cock their offers up because they make an offer that's way too high and they haven't necessarily understood the audience that they're working with. But what you do is you go offer space, offer space, offer space, and that space you're filling with value. So people get used to seeing you and they get used to value. Do you remember I was telling you earlier in the week about this lady who spends 8 hours a day creating free content? Been in the industry for 5 or 6 years now. Still only just has hit consistent 5K months because some stupid coach has told her, and I will say it, stupid coach has told her, and I know who the coach is, has told her that actually you need to make these low ticket offers. You need to keep doing it this way, and you need to keep making free content. No, free content teaches your audience to get free stuff. It does not teach your audience that they're going to have to buy in order to work with you. And let's be blunt, guys, eventually that's what you need. People don't action on free stuff. Okay, you guys that are watching now, will you go away and action what I'm teaching you? Only a small percentage will, even though you've all got the same chance, because people don't always value free stuff. So what we need to do, if we want to get fast 5K, is we need to be making some higher ticket offers and we need to be thinking about our assets. We can't go say, right, high ticket offer, but I've got nobody to sell it to. Okay, you've got to think about what you're doing. So guys, I'm going to come check the comments and see what you put in there. So let's have a little look. Okay, so I've got a few people here now saying with their offers that they are, yeah, quite a few people I can't work out which Facebook channel this is, guys, because I'm streaming to so many. We've got quite a few people here saying about the fact that they've been putting out low ticket. Yeah, it is a huge problem, guys. It really is, that you are getting taught to put out low ticket stuff. Low ticket is fine for a tripwire. It's fine if you intend to build a pocket product and you're going to run traffic and take your time. If you need to get and be generating consistent 5K, I'm going to give you here some of the titles of offers that you can do that are going to actually be worthwhile making an offer to your audience with. So get your pen, paper, lipsticks ready. Don't waste your lipstick, actually. Make sure you've got a pen and paper. If not, your phone. If not, I don't know. One of my friends who watched this back on #replay sent me a DM and went, I'm just going to write it in the dust on my window. And I went, okay. Because she was on about the laptop screen. I went, okay, I can do that. So group offers. Group offers are probably the first thing you're going to think of when I say offer. You're thinking high ticket. You're either thinking one-to-one, which is great. But remember, if you're offering it, don't feel bad that because most people don't want to be doing one-to-one. Don't feel bad if you're offering it and actually people are not taking action. If you're offering one-to-one and people just are not taking action, they're not kind of coming forwards, don't feel bad, okay? Most people don't want to offer one-to-one anyway. Now, you're probably being told to offer a group program, and you're probably going to be told price it like $397, $497. Group offers, if you need to make 5K fast, are not the easiest thing to sell, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to do some form of launch. You'll have to have some form of sales page, unless you were doing a launch to list, because your asset, when you looked at your assets yesterday, your biggest asset was your list. If you've got a big list size, group offer could work. It really could, but you have to have a decent list size. For anything other than that, we want to be offering things like a half-day VIP or a done-for-you service or a full-day VIP. You can offer one-to-one training. There's nothing to stop you offering 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 packages of, one-to-one training. Work with me for 3 months. Don't put that type of pricing down to 6 months, because that's a huge commitment. Okay, remember, we're talking 90-day horizons. So that's what we're going to do. And the reason that I'm saying think about that is because to get to 5K, if we're pricing at 2.5, we need 2 sales. We can do that with what we call a chatterbox campaign, and we're going to talk about these tomorrow. There are lots of other ones as well. A full day VIP. If I'm charging that, that's going out at least $10,000 for the day to have me one-to-one for the day. If you guys are doing it, depending on where you're at, it could be that you price it anywhere from 3.5 up to 10,000 too. Okay, you might even price more than that. I've got clients where to get a half day with them, one of them actually charges 45,000. Crazy money, okay? It could be that you would do a done for you service. A done for you is where you promise results and you do everything to deliver the results. Now, done for you can be a great way to get fast cash in, because you offer the service at a particular price point and you know that people are going to buy it. You deliberately use, if you've got a Dream 100 list, like we talked about yesterday, if you have previous buyers quite often, if they've just finished working with you, quite often they will move on to a done for you service, or if they've got some energy left, they'll do done with you. And I say if they've got some energy, because if you've worked with them properly, they've just undergone a transformation. And transformation is exhausting, okay? It doesn't just happen, which means that normally they're willing to kind of invest in done for you if you've done a good job, because hang on a minute, that means they're not going to have to worry about things. So you could offer a done for you service. You could offer done with you, where and guys, you've got to really, really carefully state this, what you do and what they do. When you're saying we're doing a done with you service, what is it that they have to still do? Make sure you point it out. And again, you can do this launch to list. You can do this through personal outreach, one-to-one. You could do this through Gmail outreach. Reach out to those contacts in Gmail. You could do this, and I'm saying that for those of you who I know have not yet gone and taken those random emails out of Gmail and put them into an email service provider. Because I know there's a couple of you. Okay. We then have those options of, you can take that and you could take that to previous buyers. You could take it to previous leads. If you had loads of previous leads that you've not converted, go back to them, bring them on a call. Have this list of offers written out that you could make. Literally just bullet point them. What I do is I bullet point them, I put a price next to them, and I bullet point the 3 things they're getting. And I just give, make a note of those benefits and features. And I make that offer. And if people want it, great, I'll send them the link. And literally what I do is I just send them a payment link. I don't send a sales page. I just go, guys, here it is. This is the link to the checkout. Off you go. And if you've got ClickFunnels, you can make a 1-page order form. Done. Okay, it takes 5 minutes. If you have ThriveCart, again, 5 minutes, it's done. If you've got SamCart, 5 minutes. You can do this so easily. You can even just send them a PayPal invoice. Okay, super simple. So guys, you really don't have to create sales pages to get fast cash. You can do this through the campaigns that we're talking about tomorrow in terms of traffic. But the first thing I want to do is get clear on what the offers are. What are you actually offering? Now, for example, here's one for you. I've got some students at the moment. They're going to be coming off one of their courses shortly. And I know that out of there's probably about 10% of them who one of the event structures, because it's very complicated, even though they want to host that type of event, I'm actually going to steer them away from doing because they haven't got the technical skills to be able to do it. And I don't want them to end up with egg on their face because I love them too much. Okay. So that 10%, those people are going to get an invite from me, basically inviting them. I'm very aware that you might, some of you might be watching and go, oh, I'm going to weak if I get that email. She's saying I haven't got technical skills. No, what I'm saying is I want people to be able to do it perfectly. So they would get a custom invite, for example, to a done with you service. We do the tech, they do the inviting. Simple. So they are the types of offers that we can do depending on those assets. Can you see now, guys, just how important the asset audit is from yesterday? Because that's where we know the types of offers that we're going to be creating. So let's just come check the comments to see what you guys have put in terms of your asset audits. Oh, Dusty, I've suddenly got a load from you all of a sudden come up all together. Okay, done for you is pre-recorded. No, done for you services is where you are taking something off their plate, taking something that's a problem. So for example, we will be offering, guys, do not actually get excited because this is cool. If you are not planning on being a student of EEM, first of all, why not? Secondly, if that is you, we are going to be offering some done for you services up for sale in the end of this month, start of December. And to be quite frank, it's going to be the first and only time we offer them in the next 6 months. Okay, because actually we don't have that much space because we already have waiting lists. But we're going to be offering them out because it feels like a while since I've worked with some of you guys. So that means that we're taking something such as building a giveaway. Okay, building that out. We take that off somebody's plate. We do it completely done for you. If we're doing done with you, we'd build the giveaway. They'd send in invites. That's what we're doing. So that's the distinct difference. Done for you means that you, the individual who's selling, does absolutely everything for them. So that could be, so obviously Palm's been commenting a lot this week, and Palm has a food-based business that's all around kind of healthy eating and fixing all of those random things that happens in your body when you eat certain foods. That we all have these different weird things going on. Palm, that's probably not if you're watching the greatest explanation of your business. Feel free to put a better one in the tribe itself and explain properly. But something that Palm could do, for example, as a done for you, could be to hop on an assessment call, then get a custom meal planner that is completely done based on the things you like, the things you want. And that would be perfect because then you've got that. It's a done for you service. You're getting the meal plan, you're getting everything in there, and you're getting that assessment call. So that would be done for you. To relate it to coaching, again, what you would then have is you could sell a top-up package to then say, well, actually, you're going to need some accountability because we all know that you changing your eating habits is not going to be that simple. So you need some accountability. So I've sold you this service. Would you like to spend an extra $200, $500, whatever amount of dollars more to then get done with you accountability. We're going to be getting together. We're going to be getting together twice a week, checking in. I'm going to send you an email every day. That is how we can bring that into coaching. In terms of each of your businesses, you will each have an area in your business you can do done for you services or done with you services. You can. Okay. And I want you to think about this next bit, and I want to really think. I want you to think about your pricing. Okay. Because sometimes when you're at the stages you guys are at, and I can tell where people are at from their comments, one of the big things you do is you underprice yourself. And you actually end up, when you work out the amount of hours, particularly if you're doing one-to-one or any form of done for you or done with you service, what happens is you guys offer this amazing stuff to get people to buy. And by the time you've fulfilled it, your hourly rate, I hate to talk hourly, but let's get sleazy for a minute. You're not actually making any more than you would pay a VA over in the Philippines, which we know is not an expensive job. Okay. Most people end up overselling because they're really focused on over delivering the features and the benefits. And then it goes on for so long that they're not making their money. Okay. So we've got to be careful. And that's the big thing for you guys. So if you do decide to do one-to-one or done for you or done with you, make sure you price it properly, guys, because honestly, if you do not price it properly, you're doing yourself a disservice. Even if you're doing this for 90 days, it's only 90 days. Okay, it's only 90 days. But even if you muck it up, we still don't want to risk that. I had one of my students come to me, and this is going back now, start of the year. And they said, Lindsay, I've got this course and I'm pricing it. And it was something crazy, like $300. And it should have had an extra 2 zeros on for the amount of time that they were giving them, because they were giving them coaching, not just once, twice a week. They were giving them coaching every single day. They had a 30-minute coaching session for 90 days. That's a lot. Okay, so make sure you're pricing your offers accordingly, because to get fast cash, price high. So price at least 2, 2.5, 3. Okay, if you're doing done for you, done with you, then chances are you're going to be looking at that price point, if not higher. For example, with Growthvine, typically our services don't start till 10, 15,000. We've got one service that starts at 10,000 and one that's basic service starts at 15. Okay. If I make that offer out, I know I can make 15K within a day. Okay. Straight out the bat, because we have that wait list, and that's our asset. Okay. And that's why that asset audit you did yesterday was so important for you to work out what's going to be the next best thing. So running through that asset list, let's just talk through what we had yesterday, and we can talk about just which offers do we make to who. So I'm just going to go grab it on screen for me. So if you've got a big list size, you could try group offer. You could try, 997 group offer. You need to get 5 sales to get just about the 5K. Let's face it, if we're going to be pernickety about a couple of dollars, we really want 6. So you could do that. But group sales still require a decent list size. If you've got a ton of current clients, and if you've got a ton of previous buyers, current clients can be upsold into a done for you service or a done with you service. They can also be upsold into one of the services that you're going to add in, which could be like a VIP, full day, half day. So could previous buyers. Because if they are resting, they're ready to kind of learn strategy. And a half day to a full day will give them that intensity boost to get them results and to get them ready for the next stage. Okay, you could try reselling the current clients. You could actually just take the topic that you've already sold them, whatever you've already sold them, add to it, or, give it a little bit of a tweak in terms of what the offer sounds like, give it a bit of a refresh, and you could resell it again, or ideally resell it at a slightly higher price because you've added something else of value to it. So they are the ways you could use current buyers as well. You could take the same thing to previous buyers. If they don't go in for the full day, half day, give them a day or so, go back. Now go, right, guys. So the next thing I'm offering you, because I love you that much, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to help you. So here's the old package you were on, because I think you're ready for this now based on the chat that we've had, based on the fact you haven't gone for the half day and the full day. Based on that, here's this offer, and we've actually added to it. So it is slightly higher, but you'll see it's actually way more value than you were getting before. So you could resell them like that. Social media followers, is the one that for me is always that, okay, what offer are we going to make them? If you've got a ton of them and they are highly, highly ready to go, okay, then you can sell them with a low ticket if you've got one. If you have a ton of social media followers, you could actually do a mini kind of couple of messages out there, and you could sell, because again, you're looking more at the high volume rather than high ticket. For social media, you could sell done for you. You could sell done with you. You could sell some one-to-one. You could sell event sales. Now, that is the one that we've not talked about very much. And again, event sales, we do a lot about this in Experience Event Masterclass, particularly once you get through creating the first kind of your first virtual event. Event sales can be massive, okay? Absolutely massive. Because quite often for certain event types, you get payments in advance in big chunks. So it's quite easy if I was to sit down. For example, if I sit down next week, I can fire out emails to my list, and these are going to be hand done emails. There's no kind of automation in that, because we don't automate event invites. That's just naughty. And I can easily make 5K straight out the bat. I can do that with roughly sending about 200 emails by hand. And that's how fast they will convert. And it'll happen within 2 days. So you could do event sales. So that's another thing that you can do if you're planning to host an event, or if you're thinking, actually, Lindsay, these events sound really cool. Guys, if you do want to know about events, I will be talking about them later this week quite a bit. But if you are thinking of hosting one in the next 6 months, or you like the idea of it to boost sales, for that, drop me a comment. Put me a 3 in the comment box. And what I'll do is, when we finish the live stream, and I've got my voice back and drank the hot chocolate my daughter made me, it's in my cup that is now, it's burnt my tongue before we came live on air. Okay, but what I'll do is I'll make a point of DMing you, and then we can have a little chat, because there's ways that you can use event sales so much, guys, like crazy. Challenges are great. Challenges are one thing that we can host virtually, but live event sales, yeah, you can easily make 5K super quick, okay, like super quick. So that's another option. You could go to previous referral partners. Again, event sales work for this. One-to-one packages work for this. Done for you and done with you services work really well. So if they were your top assets, then they are the ones that you would go back to. Previous leads, again, previous leads are worth basically looking at your notes. If you've got a lead, chances are you'll have made a note somewhere. If you're really bad and you've made it in your notebook, don't worry. We all do that at some point. I've got like sales call notes on the back of envelopes and all sorts, when I've done them in the car, when I've been out and about and I've kind of gone, oh, got a sales call. I'll just kind of hop in the car and I'll do that call for 30, 40 minutes from the car. So I've got them everywhere, but I actually make a point of transferring them over into my notes and active campaign, so I can go back and check and go, right, that's where they were at. That was the offer. Now let's try them with this, this, and this. So you could do it that way. You could DM them, you could drop them an email, start chatting. Okay, literally, I did that yesterday and I brought in 3K straight away like that. Okay, one client, one previous lead that I just needed to go back on. I've got another one tomorrow, again, 15K. Will it convert? Yes. Okay, so it's just looking at the offer you're making to the asset. You've got to think of the asset. Where are they? What do they need? If they are a previous lead and they did not buy, there was a reason they did not buy. Let's all be honest about it. Let's be open. So if they didn't buy, what was the reason? Let's just think about it. What could it be? A, the offer was shit. B, the offer price was just not hitting. They needed a payment plan, or they didn't trust you. There are 4 things. Okay, they are the main reasons. People will come up with all sorts of others, but normally when you boil it down, it's those 4 things. And usually the offer isn't shit. The offer just could be a bad hit for the person. The offer's great, but it wasn't right for the person. So you can go back and have a look at them. And again, previous leads, half-day VIP. Get them in on there. You can charge 2, 2.5, 3 for a half day. Even if you want to just charge like 1,500, it's still fast cash and you can bring them in. I've got one of my clients who last year was struggling like hell to keep her program selling. Really, honestly, it was so stressful. And it was a 5K program, then it stepped up into 10K, and it stepped into 12 and 15K offers. We reworked her entire business, guys, to focus on her bringing traffic in and selling them a full day VIP. She's 7-figure off just selling VIP days. That's all she does. And do you know how many she does a month? If that, she does between 7 and 8 per month. 7 and 8 out of 30 days. That's literally how much she works. So that's one that you could do, and it is a fast cash one because you can book somebody in, they pay for it. Never have somebody pay in arrears, guys. It's just bad business practice, by the way. You know, so get them to pay you up front because you're transferring knowledge. You're never going to get that knowledge back if they don't pay. Do that and look at then, okay, what day works for you? Let's schedule it in. So you could do that. People on a wait list, again, done for you, one-to-one, done with you, half day, all of them work. All of them work. You can literally make any of those offers to people on a wait list. You know the people on your wait list best. You know what they're waiting for. So you know what's going to be a good hit for them, what's going to really kind of make them go, ooh, I like it. So that's an option. And if you really are struggling, and you're like, I still have nobody. Do you remember I said make a list of people that you think are a good fit for your service? Go find them in Facebook groups, talk to people. Think about who you already know. Go down your friends list physically. Get your friends list open in Facebook and go down it. Are they a fit? Yes, no. Make the list. And again, hop on a chat with them. We're going to talk about this a bit more tomorrow, but you could hop on a chat with them and just have that conversation, even if it takes a day, 2 days. Have the conversation, find out what they need and make some offers. Physically, if you want to make fast 5K, you have to be making offers and you've got to be making them consistently every damn day. But the offer's got to be right and to the right people. Is this making sense, guys, for you? Have people kind of started to think, oh, so for my big asset, I could use. Let's have a look at the comments and see if you guys have added anything in. Shannon is saying, I could do a DFY health program. I think I want it for them more than they do. Health programs, people want the end result, but they don't want to do the work in the middle. So done for you is great. If I was doing a done for you, I would actually upsell them into accountability because they all know it. Let's face it. They know they're not going to physically do it. Okay. So that's a great one that you could do. So it's really simple when you start thinking about the people you've got. So Shannon, you're saying that you wish you could do a DFY health program. What was your biggest asset in your business? If you don't mind me asking, shove it into the comments. Let's have a little look. I'll keep it filtered. I think I've filtered it down one stream now. So hopefully I can keep an eye on things. But have a little look at that and let's see what comes up. Because the offers are simple. We don't want to be making a pre-recorded course. It's going to be like a couple of $100. We don't want to be making pocket products. We don't want to be selling things that is super cheap. Okay, because there's work involved. You've got to do work. The only time that's different is when we're doing event sales because we're doing B2B, not B2C. And the B2B is because we're actually going to joint venture partners. That is a huge, quick way to do it. And guys, you know, while I'm just waiting for kind of some comments to pop into that comment box there, when it comes to your virtual events, honestly, you can fill them really quick. And you don't need sales pages. You can tell people for your virtual events, you're founding one, we're doing it this way. You can, particularly if you've got a good rapport with people and you've just made a point of talking, you can build that quite rapidly. Okay, there's nobody here on this live stream who cannot hit a fast 5K. There's nobody here who can't do it. You just have to match those offers to your biggest assets. Your biggest assets are the ones where you just stand the greatest number of odds of them converting. And I want you to think about your price point because, again, converting 1 or 2 is way better than having to try and convert 10 or 12. So just think about that for a moment. How do we convert a couple of people? How do we, what is our biggest kind of ripest apple on that tree that we want to pick? Where is our biggest numbers? Because when you know that, like I've just talked you through, you can then say, right, these are my people. This is the offer. Then you can say, right, done for you. What is it these guys need doing? Could be that you actually don't know yet. It could be that you actually hop them on a message chat or you hop them on email and you get talking to them and then you find out where they're struggling. So one of our clients, for example, I popped him an email the other day because he'd introduced me as a referral partner. He'd introduced me to somebody. I'd done a quote and he went, oh, by the way, could you give me a price for this as a service? Well, okay. Is that what you're struggling with? and I asked a few questions, and it turned out there was a whole heap of stuff they were struggling with. And again, we landed a 6K deal straight away because I'd asked those couple of questions in that chat. So it's for you to start doing it. One of the reasons that you're probably not making money is you're not making enough offers, and you are not making the right offers to the right people, and you're not consistently making those offers at all. You've got to keep going back. Even if that person says no to offer 1, offer 2 and offer 3 and offer 4, there's going to be one that will hit. Okay, it's kind of like trying to throw spaghetti at a wall, but really targeted, because you're going, right, I know you need this. You think you need that. Okay, well, if I try and give you this, the spectrum in the middle, then one of them is going to work for you. And what you try and do is guide them to the right one. But, it's like herding cats sometimes, herding clients. You've got to kind of steer them in the right direction, try and get them onto the right structure. So it's for you to use your kind of element. So Shannon's just come back as for our example here in the comments, said her biggest asset is a 12-week program. No, Shannon, when you did your asset audit yesterday, where did you find your assets were? Was it previous buyers? Was it a list? Was it people you think could be interested? What was in that one we did yesterday? And just to whiz through that list again for you guys, just to make it really clear, we're talking about your list size, your current clients, previous buyers, group members, social media followers, referral partners or JV partners, previous leads, people on wait lists for services, people you may think may be a good fit for your services. Okay, so Shannon, when you did this yesterday, which one was the biggest number for you? Okay, because that's where we want to focus. And that tells you then whether that service that you want to offer is going to be a fit. Because if you just think, oh, I wish I could do that because I'll enjoy it, that might be great. But if that's our best thing and our audience don't want it, oh, the audience aren't going to buy. And that's not going to generate the fast cash that we need. So Shannon's just saying here, it's always been one-to-one referral. Okay, so what I do, Shannon, for example, with yours, if it's one-to-one referral is your biggest lead kind of option here at the moment for your assets, I would create maybe 3 offers. Literally, I put a Google Doc in, and it's fine that you're moving away from it. Remember, if you were wanting fast 5K, then we do things that are not aligned with the long-term business structure. We can go back and use old things. If we want to do consistent, then we need to plan it a little bit for 90 days. But if we want to do fast cash, then for fast cash, we say, what's our biggest option? It's that one-to-one referral. People are assets. Sounds like a spy game, says Dusty. Well, they are. The people are assets. The people that you know are actually your biggest asset because they will talk for you. I have a friend of mine over in Delhi, and bless them, they kind of said, right, you're doing a launch, because I was talking about bits and pieces last week, and I went, how can I help? And that was literally a message they sent me at 1 a.m. and I went, how can I help? I've just got up, seen what you've got planned. What do you want from me? What can I do to help? And I've not asked them for anything. They just genuinely wanted to help. So I said, well, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm launching. These are the people it's a good fit for. They created a Dream 100 list without even being taught what that is. They then went and spoke to those individuals, and they sent me a ton of referrals over 24 hours through referral emails, just way of making those introductions. And that's a really good way of doing it. So what you could do, Shannon, for you, if you're doing the fast 5, I don't think I can remember what number you put in. Are you a fast 5 or are you a consistent 5? Let me know, Shannon. If you're doing fast 5, then obviously we want to go talk to our referral partners, literally copy our 3 offers from our Google Doc with our bullet points in, and we're going to just bullet point in, this is what's included, this is what's included, this is what's included, and this is who it's for. Okay? We're then going to share that to our referral partners and say, guys, I've got this happening. I'm looking to do this. I'm looking to make, for example, a fast 5K in the next few days because I've got a huge amount. Tell people what your reason is. Okay. In the past, I've made no bones, and I've talked to my partners about, I have school fees. My daughter is at a private school. It is at least 5,000 a term, depending on what else has been added onto the bill. Okay, 3 times a year, I need to have 5,000 liquid, and I need it fast. okay, because I like that pressure on me. So I tell my partners that, and I said, look, this is what I need. These are my offers. If you think you've got somebody that's going to convert and that you think is a good person, introduce me. If they work, if it works out, I'm obviously going to send presents because I love sending presents in the post. It's my favorite one. In which case, people then send their referrals. So Shannon, you just put there that you're looking for the fast 5. Even if, remember, like I said before, even if it's not 100% aligned with your business right now, if you need fast cash and you know you've got referral partners that will work, give them that list. This is offer, this is offer, this is offer. Just give them 3. People can't remember more than 3. Put below each one in italics who it's suitable for. If it's suitable for the same person all the way down, don't worry about that. And literally just put 3 bullet points. What's included? Then you can put, and there's more, but highlight your top 3 for each one. Send that list to your referral partners and just say, this is what I'm doing. This is how much I'm looking to raise. This is why I'm looking to raise it. If you've got people that you think are a good fit for these offers right now, please make the introduction. Okay? And it literally is that simple. And you will find that they will quickly make those introductions for you. Even go through, depending on what you guys do, go through your social media followers. Put it out there. If you've got, let's say I'm Shannon, I'm looking going, right, one-to-one referrals, my biggest number. My next biggest number is my Insta followers. Great. I'm going to do a series of Instagram stories. I'm going to do a series of kind of boomerangs and posts all around my topic. I'm going to do that and kind of do like a little mini kind of obsessive post for kind of a day or so. And I'm going to invite people. I'm actually going to go and DM my top followers and say, this is what I'm doing. Would you like any of these? And also, if you know somebody this is a good fit for, make an introduction. And I'm going to send you a present in the post if they work with me. So you can do it like that. You don't have to worry about too much of other detail. You don't have to worry about sales pages. We'll need to get payments. But like I said, we can do that with PayPal invoice. We can do that through, if you've got Samcart, if you've got Thrivecart. Guys, I love Thrivecart over Samcart, just as a side note. And we are a partner of theirs, I should declare that. But I love it because it's so freaking simple. And most importantly, you can do it in ClickFunnels as well. Okay, so super, super simple. So is this making sense for everybody? Is everybody following along? Dusty, I know that you will no doubt have a ton of questions for me. So if you're still here, let me know if you're following along or if you've got questions too. We are going to be talking about traffic tomorrow because once you've just come up with a couple of offers, once you've said, right, these are my 3 or 4 offers that I want to put out right now, that I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on my biggest apples and I'm going to say, right, these are my offers. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, done. And you're going to keep kind of following up on that and working it through. When you're doing that, okay, we're just working on a very specific traffic campaign. For fast cash, that's all we're doing. If we are doing consistent, remember what we said, if we take an apple off, we have to then do some work at the top to grow the next one and bring it down the tree. And that's what we're doing when we're doing a 90-day horizon, is we're moving that kind of whole kind of rotation of our crop around. Dusty's asking, is CF different from Stripe? Okay, just a technical note, ClickFunnels is a software that builds landing pages. Stripe is a payment gateway that takes money for you on your behalf and then processes it and sends it to you. So Stripe is a payment gateway, ClickFunnels is a landing page. Just to be really clear, but you connect the two, you take sales. Simple. Or PayPal invoice, or, I mean, you can use it for anything. Honestly, you can use anything to take payment. It's really simple getting payment. I know, and I've had clients before who couldn't set for the life of them any form of payment up, so they just took Cash App. And if you're in the US, Cash App is so kind of prevalent now, it's normal. People might not want to do, 5,000 on it, but they'll certainly look at potentially a couple of thousand. So that's another option. So there's a couple of ways that you can do it. Okay, this is just saying, how is Stripe different from Thrive? So Thrive is a checkout software. So Thrive technically can build sales funnels, but I don't use it for that. I literally create a product and pop the URL over to people. I create a product in 5 minutes, literally filling in a couple of sections. I pop the link over, people pay through Thrivecart, who pass the information to Stripe, and Stripe then process the payment, and then the payment comes to our bank. Okay, so Thrivecart's just a way of prettifying it, because Stripe isn't designed as a checkout. It's just the payment processor in the back end. It does all of the heavy lifting, and Thrive makes it look pretty and makes people buy. So hopefully that kind of explains it a little for you. So on that topic, obviously Dusty is asking some technical questions there. All of these are the types of things that you can find answered inside Experience Event Masterclass. And guys, if you are thinking of joining us and you're thinking, right, I want to make some fast cash now, but actually I want to get consistent with my income and I want to get consistent in building my subscribers, then guys, do make sure that you are checking out Experience Event Masterclass. The link is down below. And the reason for that is because that free bonus ticket that I threw in, I said my team are going to go white for to our live 3-day event to create your signature program in 3 days with us, that is going away. Okay, that goes away midnight Pacific tonight. And the one-to-one Vox access with me goes away. Going away, again, midnight tonight. So the 2 super juicy ones are going away at midnight. And I know there's a ton of you been hitting the sales page. I absolutely know. I know there's a ton of you who've been going backwards and forwards on that order form, checking it out, because I've been watching the unique numbers versus the amount of times it's been loaded. And I know there's a ton of you wanting to get in. So if you are thinking of joining us, make sure you claim your spot, particularly because I'm watching the first people, because I'm live streaming, and I'm looking at who's going to be in my pod, who's going to work with me directly, versus some of our gorgeous expert coaches who also host some of the other pods. So just as a reminder for those of you who may have forgotten what is inside Experience Event Masterclass, because there was a lot, and I know I threw a lot at you yesterday, okay? Experience Event Masterclass, we teach you every virtual event type. We teach you how to build it. We treat it, it's a business incubator system. So you work with us for 12 months. We literally help you flourish under the intensity of that spotlight, because we do not leave anybody behind. And most importantly, we do not let you get away with just sitting on your backsides when you get stuck. If you get stuck and you're like, oh, I want to ask a question, okay, you might be allowed a week to absorb things, but then I'm back and I'm like, where are you? What are you doing? Okay, so you get that support to grow. So Experience Event Masterclass, I say it's 12 months. It's an incubator system. It's $197 per month for 12 months. You get the training videos and resources, and there is hundreds of them because I'm obsessed about making it so it's bite-sized. You get bi-weekly group coaching. So you get bi-weekly group coaching and bi-weekly implementation lab, which means that once a week you have a training. It's either the group coaching where we deep dive in, or it's implementation where we talk tech. Okay, my 6-month guys get that every week. They get 2 calls a week. You guys will just get 1 per week. And then we are running over 12 months with you guys. You're also getting funnel templates and page layouts. You are getting swipe files. You're getting your own community. You're getting checklists. You're getting over the shoulder built with you live events. So you can see what we're doing. So whenever I'm coming off a live stream with you guys, I'm jumping in each of our pods and I'm taking a breakdown of what I did on the live stream so that my students can see how I'm hosting and they can develop their own skills. So you get the build with you stuff. You get blueprints. You get to see how everything connects. You get over-the-shoulder tech training where we will literally dive in. I'm sure, Dusty, you don't mind me saying I've dived in with you, haven't I, plenty of times when we need to look at things. We'll dive in. That's what implementation lab's for. We literally will take logins from you if you want to share them. Obviously not publicly, but we will then go in and we will do it over the shoulder so you can see how to use every bit of tech you need, and we'll make sure that you can do everything. You get the virtual summit, you get the giveaway, you get the challenge, you get the audience experience super bundle, which covers all of the other ones that are in there. And as part of the bonuses that we're giving you, oh my gosh, guys, we're giving you like literally so much bonus. It is crazy because inside of the bonuses, you've got that one-to-one Vox access to me for 5 days, unlimited during the business hours. So you could literally hound me for 8 hours a day if you wanted to for 5 days. I may sit in a corner and cry on day 5 with a large glass of wine, but you could, in theory, do that. Please don't, but you could. So you get the one-to-one Vox access with me. You're getting that live retreat ticket that's also being thrown in that I over-delivered last night, got excited, and I threw that in. It's not even listed on the sales page because that's how excited I got. And you are getting the free ticket to Audience Growth Con. You are getting the lifetime license to Cash Booster campaigns where we dive into all of what we're talking about now, specifically for each asset in even more detail. and you're getting the lifetime license on that, which means as we update it, you can come back and add in and kind of look at it and follow along. And again, I love doing that. I love looking at our cash booster campaigns. Even for myself, when my brain goes a bit numb and I'm like, right, what can I do today? And I'll go look at myself and do a refresher. So you're getting a lifetime license to that. And you're also getting a 60-minute call with me, one-to-one, where we're going to go through everything and make sure that we have the right path set for you inside of Experience Event Masterclass, and that we've got everything set for you to make growing a business as easy as possible. And, oh my gosh, so many things. Like, this is why the sales page is like, woo, hello, all this traffic. So, other thing that I've included is we have an event coming up in March. We're going to be talking about it in December. It is amazing. If you want to be seen as an authority, if you want to be seen as a speaker, if you want to start getting speaking gigs, PR, anything like that, then this event you're going to love, because it's a hybrid of two very, very special ones. It's based on the fact that what was working last year, what was working the start of this year, isn't working now. It's not. Even professional speakers are struggling because this landscape has changed, because everyone's come virtual. And then you get all these weirdos that are throwing things at virtual that can't do it. They don't know what they're doing. And that's where the problems are coming. So we're putting that in for you as well. Okay, so you're getting tons and tons of stuff inside of EEM. When we totaled it up yesterday, it actually came, I think my team told us something like 108,000 that we're giving you in terms of value, like crazy numbers of value. I do know this should be, you know, at least kind of the 20, 25,000 mark, and we should be doing this as a giant mastermind. But I want to help people like you right now, which is why we're doing it for 12 months as an incubator. And that's why it's at $197 a month, okay? So what do you guys think? Do you like it? I hope you do, because Experience Event Masterclass, like I say, the doors are open now. They will not stay open. They're going to close relatively quickly, because I don't need to bring a huge amount of people in, because we actually operate on fixed numbers. We don't put hundreds of people into EEM. It just doesn't work, because then I can't get in with you, and your coaches and the pods can't get in and get one-to-one enough to really give you those transformational results. So that's why we have limited numbers. So do make sure you get in, because there are only a fixed number of spots available. And guys, tomorrow we are doing traffic. Offer, now we're talking traffic, the key bit, the bit everyone always forgets. So we're going to dive into that tomorrow. So make sure, bring a friend, bring a buddy. I'm sure everyone's got buddies. Bring a friend with you, because I can guarantee there's going to be a load of people out there who do not know enough about their traffic to be able to sell properly. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Like I say, experienceeventmasterclass.com is where you want to head if you want to come and claim your spot. And if you do want in, remember, there's no point deciding that you want in, you know, Sunday night, Monday night. If you really want the full spec of everything I'm giving you, like everything, the stuff that made my team turn white, then make sure you go and sign up today, because otherwise that one-to-one and the live retreat ticket are going to be gone. Okay, they're going to be out of here, because one-to-one for me, unlimited Voxer access is scary. I get scared when I offer this. So guys, if you do want it, come scare me. I challenge you. Come scare me and sign up today, and let's see how much you can throw at me in 5 days. So I can, you know, throw those wet sponges at me and all those random questions, and I will take them. So guys, I will see you tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream. I hope that, you know, you're enjoying everything we're doing so far. If you are, then please don't forget to post a comment down below, and give the post a little like for me, please, guys. It'll help boost the algorithm. And of course, we love it when we get more people seeing what we're doing. Okay, guys, ciao for now, and I will see you tomorrow.